All right, today we're going to talk about section 4.6, which is angle constructions. In the last chapter, in chapter 3, we learned how to bisect a segment. In fact, we did the perpendicular bisect because when we bisected, we made a line. The bisector line that we made was perpendicular. It made 90-degree angles. So now what we're going to do is we're going to bisect an angle. When we bisect an angle, we're going to get, this angle is going to be split into two angles that are congruent to each other. They're going to have the same measure. So they're going to be equal once we do it. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to place the point of our compass on the vertex, and we're going to mark both rays of the angle. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do that now. So here's the point of the compass. I'm going to mark this ray, and then without changing my width, I'm going to come up here and mark this ray. All right, so that's step one. I've marked both rays. The next thing I'm going to do is move the point of the compass to the point of intersection between an arc and a side. So I'm going to go ahead, where I marked that, I'm going to move my point there. And then I'm going to mark an arc in the interior of the angle. I'm going to repeat the process on the other side as well. And then those places where they intersect, I'm going to label it D. So here is my point on the intersection that I just made. I'm going to make an arc in the interior of the angle, which is here. And then without changing the width, I'm going to point the point on the other intersection and make another arc. And that point of intersection where those two new arcs, that's going to be called point D. Okay, and then I'm going to connect my vertex with that point D using a straight edge. And I've now bisected that angle. So this angle and this angle are congruent. All right, so now that I have shown you how to bisect an angle, I have formed an angle bisector. Now I'm going to show you how to copy an angle. We're actually going to copy the angle that we used for this example, angle ABC. Let's say I want to copy angle ABC. The very first thing I need to do is I need to copy the ray BC. So I need to copy this base angle. So in order to do that, I'm going to use my straight edge, and I'm going to go ahead and just get a ray going. So here's my ray. And I'm going to make this endpoint B. And so I'm going to go ahead and mark off BC. So I'm going to copy BC. Go ahead and copy that. So now I have a C prime here. So here is B prime and there is C prime. Okay, so now that I've copied BC, now what I would like to do is I would like to place the point of my compass on the given angle. So on the angle that I have right here. And then I'm going to construct an arc that intersects both sides of the given angle. So I'm going to construct an arc that's going to go through both sides. So it's like this. All right, very nice. So now that I have done that, I've put my point at B and constructed an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. Then, without changing my compass, place the point on B prime and construct an arc that corresponds to the arc on the given angle. So I did this and I made an arc. So without changing the width, I'm going to do that on my new angle that I'm creating. All right. So I've done that. That's the third step. Now, fourth step, I'm going to adjust the compass to measure the length between the two intersection points of the arc and the sides of the given angle. So what that means is that I want the length between here, right, where that is and where this is. I want to get that length. Okay, and then what I'll do, my next step is I'm going to move that over to here and make that mark. And that will be, that point of intersection is where my new ray needs to go through. So that's going to be my A prime. Okay, and I'll connect B prime to A prime to form the ray B prime A prime. And I now have a copy of my original angle ABC. All right, and that's all. Go ahead and try some problems on your own.